My name is Rachel Eck Campbell. I live here in Cabbage Hill in Lancaster City with my husband and 2 young sons. We bought our home in 2013, and one of the things that I liked about the neighborhood when I moved in, it kind of reminded me of the places where I had grown up. Everybody kind of looked out for each other, and that's really the way that my block is. And I think if you would talk to a lot of people who live here in the neighborhood, that's the way that this neighborhood is. You know, people really look out for each other and know each other, and it's a really nice thing. I had been to the park a couple of times, and I knew that the park did not have a really great reputation at that time. Most of my neighbors did not allow their children to play at the park because they were worried about needles. Sometimes there would be violent incidents. And I think a year or two after that, people were starting to get together. LHOP was starting to ask people what they wanted to see in the neighborhood. So it sort of just snowballed from there. We started talking to other neighbors. We started a little email group. We started just calling the Department of Public Works directly and asking for the park to be fixed up, just for a nicer playground for the kids. The first thing we asked for was picnic tables. There was nowhere to sit in the park. We started doing some cleanups in the park. We started hosting potlucks in the park. So I think it just really stemmed from looking around and saying, you know, it is a public park, so it should be just as nice as the parks in other parts of the city.
So the park renovation was no easy task from start to finish. It took years of advocacy from Rachel and other community members to get the attention of the city and make sure that this park was receiving investment. Rachel and the group that she really helped organize, Friends of Farnham Park, now Friends of Carlton Park, was really building momentum to ensure that the park could be a safe and welcoming place. In 2018-2019, the city started engaging SOE leaders, including Rachel, and the community at large, to really understand the needs and the wants from the community for a public space. A lot of that feedback was incorporated into the design. The city worked with artist Selena Almanzar to do art engagement at the park. The park started construction in 2020 and opened in November of 2020.
My father is a pastor, and he's always pastored very small, either low-income or working-class rural congregations. So we really didn't have a lot of money growing up. And spaces like public parks, libraries, places that are either, you know, free, like those spaces, or inexpensive, were really important to us as a family. I think being able to walk to a beautiful public space is just, it's really good for your mental health. It's good for your family's well-being. And I just think that every neighborhood, every person deserves, you know, clean, beautiful public spaces. I am really proud of what we as neighbors have accomplished in having the park renovated, also in providing programming for children and families so that they have something safe and fun to do here at the park. It was really hard work, but it was definitely worth it.
Rachel's an incredibly dedicated volunteer. As a resident of Lancaster City, it's really heartwarming to see someone with that compassion and that dedication.